Legend Total War here, and today we've got a rating your Doomstack video covering an order of Lore Masters wizard spam, fire wizard spam, and most of them have Incendiary, some of them have the trait Limber, which increases their movement speed. And we're going up against 4 very late game armies of dwarfs, very strong anti-large forces here, and all of these are on dragons. Now, the thing is that there's a lot of power put into this that is kind of silly. I actually think that if you're gonna go up against dwarves, bringing dragon mounts, like wizards on dragons, I've never felt that that's a good idea. I think it's just like excessive power for the sake of power, but it's just not actually worth it. What would actually be better, I think, is actually Ithilmar chariots, because they're anti-infantry. All of the dwarf units are infantry apart from the gyrocopters, and they're harder to hit with missiles and guns, more resistant to damage. Dragons just get shot way too easily because they're too big. Anyway, let's just jump into the battle here and see how we go. Also, I think to note is that we've got over 1,000 Winds of Magic reserves. So we'll be able to cast plenty of spells if the battle lasts long enough. So what I'm going to do is come rushing in over here, because I think 2 of their reinforcements are coming in from there. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. So we can pop down an arcane conduit or 2, I suppose. Got reinforcements coming in from over there. That's fine. These are just iron breakers. What we could do here is use breath attacks to begin with. Alright, so far, so good. This is going pretty well. So yeah, if we have a look at this, 1,184 Winds of Magic. Also, Teclis has a Sword of Cain. Now, the thing is, he needs to be on the ground in order for us to not take the huge leadership penalty. So I think it would have been better if he put one... I think it would have been better if he put them all on the Ithilmar chariot and had him on the Phoenix. Because Phoenix is a great mouse. If you could put the wizards on a Phoenix, that'd be a different story. I think Phoenixes are better than dragons. And we can start casting, but I'm sort of saving it for when the bulk of their forces arrive. And we've also got loads of items here. I suppose that's good. That'd actually be bad for us in this battle. Because, yeah, they're 25% resistant to magic, so that would just make our damage 25% less. And then just have Teclis heal them. So yeah, they're a little bit on the squishy side. The cannons are definitely going to be a problem. We need to get rid of them. Kind of surprised they didn't come charging at us. Yeah, they're very vulnerable to cannons. We've got to get rid of them. Just forget about all this. Let's go. Haven't really started using a lot of magic. There's something I want to do, but I'm waiting for when they decide to take this seriously. They just haven't yet. Definitely take out the cannons. Not so worried about the grudge throwers. Yeah, trying to dodge with the dragons is not so easy. Once we've taken out their artillery, they'll probably be a little bit more inclined to attack us. And that's when the real fun will begin. Yeah, not too concerned about the grudge throwers. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, let's get a few more... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, that's what I clicked, but I was actually meaning to click this. It's alright. Over here. Alright, now they're starting to come at us a little bit. Get ready, we're going to do the silly thing real soon. Which just give you an idea of just how powerful this is. But it's probably least effective against dwarfs, just because of... Dwarfs aren't great for dishing out damage with magic. They can be, it just depends. And Slayers are a pain. Dragons don't like Slayers. Okay, move back, move back. Alright, we can net of them and top that. If I can get a bit closer. Alright, maybe if they backed off, it'll stop running away. Nope, they're still gonna keep doing that. Okay, here we go, here we go. And I gotcha. Did their cannons get back on? I don't know. Good, there we go. They're not blobbing up around us. I've got something that I want to do, but they're not. They're not getting in the position for it to be good to do it.
For His Majesty.
Come on, over here. Ah, it's just the grudge throws. Yeah, like I said, don't need to worry about that. That's not a huge concern. You definitely don't want to just attack them head on. This isn't going to be good at doing that. Alright. This is what we're waiting for. Here we go. Ready? And then this. Because the recharge rate is so fast, we can cast a ridiculous number of these spells. And because our reserves are so high, it's not really lowering our regeneration rate. Oh my god, it's disgusting. And then, okay, all the arcane conduits have expired. Okay, move them out of there. Go up to this. Now, each individual one of those flamestorms probably didn't do that much damage, but I think that just looks cool. If they had blobbed up a bit more, it could have done a ton more damage. Now, keep in mind, we've still got 1,000 winds of magic. I haven't actually used up that much yet. No. Watch out. Those are Slayers. Yeah, the cannons didn't get back up on their artillery. That's good. Then basically we just wait for the arcane conduit to regenerate, and then we can just do it again. Probably won't be quite as quick, but it should still be pretty ridiculous. Giant Slayers. I mean, we're all at full health. I guess it's alright. Except for Techless, actually. Suppose we stun locked them all so much that they didn't get a chance to attack back. Alright, shall we go for another round of Welcome to Hell? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Welcome to Hell. Okay, and then we go back a bit again. It's pretty good. It's pretty good if you do it this way. Still think if the Mar Chariots against dwarves would be better. Alright. A little bit of heal over here and there. Straggler over here. That doesn't look difficult to go and take. Let's go deal with that. Definitely want to try to avoid those guns. Just let the flame storms get them. But one of the big problems when dealing with dwarves is just actually finishing off their units. Oh, you know, I got a better idea.
Making my way.
Also kind of hit my own units a little bit there, but no significant damage. Did more damage to them than to us. It's definitely not efficient to do that, but I probably wasn't going to use them anyway, the Dragon Breaths.
Their end is nigh. Techless. For the king.
Tekla should not have the Sword of Cain. No, definitely not. And if you are going to give the Sword of Cain, it would make way more sense if you're going to put him on his Phoenix mount. It's just such a stronger mount. It's much stronger.
Attack! As you say. They shall know fear. Techless.
Alright, here we go.
Master of the White Tower, awaiting orders.
Cool. Alright, ready for round 3? Here we go. Everybody gets a flame storm. The recharge rate's not. Yeah, it's still pretty good. Just don't feel like I'm getting as many flame attacks in now.
To war.
Also, most of their units are thinned out so much that the spells just aren't doing that much damage anyway. So what are these coming in here? Iron Drakes? Scolder Guard, okay. Alright, let's go over to them, because that's a lot of balance of power, and that probably means that, yeah, all their missile units are coming in now. So we want to camp over there to go kill them. That's it, everybody up. This is definitely not something that you could just send into the enemy and just hope that this is like a melee army. It's not. This is a wizard army. Even with their own dragons. Like, wizards on dragons, even with the Incendiary trait, should not be relied to stay in melee for very long. You just do hits and runs. And cast lots of these flame storms. That's what this is designed to do.
Techless. Setting forth. Battle awaits. I will obliterate them.
The greater good. Upward mage.
Making my way.
Yeah, give them a little present.
Moving out. Ever on. Onward. Forward. Seeking the foe.
Oh, just didn't quite make it there. Yeah, make sure these leave the battlefield.
Techless.
Alright, we've used up a decent amount of our wins, but not even half of it yet. We've used about 500.
Guardian.
It's a shame that the High Elves don't get the knowledgeable trait. But just with the items and followers, you can see how much Winds of Magic you can potentially get them.
Chosen a poet.
Thing is though, the Wood Elves could potentially get this much Winds of Magic without needing any items. Just because they get so many knowledgeable lords. Increase their Winds of Magic by 5 wins every single turn. Infinitely. As long as you can afford a new lord.
Ready.
Awaiting orders.
Techless. Awaiting orders. Advance.
Doesn't even have to be accurate when you got this much wins.
I go.
Like that did jack shit.
Forward. Making my way. Crush them. Ever on.
And let's do it again. Oh, we got a free one there as well. Yeah, why not? Okay, I think any more would be excessive. We thinned them out by so much there. Alright, here comes Ungram. Probably best we avoid it. That fucking Dragon Slayer. Let's get away from him.
I know the way.
Ideally, we'd want to save him for last and then just cast like shitloads of fireballs at him. Make sure they get out of that. Cool, they're out. And go and pick an attack on their flanks. By them going wide and not blowing up at us, it does give us a chance to just eat at their flanks quite a bit, since that's their weakest points, rather than attack them head on. Alright, what's this coming in here? Hammerers. Alright, let's go kill them. Like I said before, not concerned about the grudge throwers, not even going to bother with them. But you know, there's not that many armies that can take on 4 full stacks of late game dwarfs and not really take that much damage.
Outward mage.
Advance. Setting forth. Onward. Halt.
Alright, that's good. Just keep attacking their flanks.
Get the wind.
That's a good cast, that one.
Making my way. Fear me.
Shall we do it again? I see why not, because they've got a fair few troops here. Let's get to burning.
Cyclone, hear me. One mage. Winds of magic rise. Lakoi, Soraya.
Ever on. Onward.
Good. Thin them out heaps, but dwarves just don't break. Especially not slayers. They'll never break.
Hoy, setting forth for the greater good.
No, 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 no. Get out of there. Get out, get out, get out. Don't get stuck.
You up. Cyclone, hear me. Onward. Mage.
Techless.
Okay, we got guns coming in here. Get them off the battlefield. Good, good, good.
Yes. Scython. Hear me.
Could use these bounce spells as well, but I just don't think it's going to do any serious damage. Especially on moving targets. It's a hard one to use on moving targets. So just get them off the battlefield there.
Duty calls.
Forward. Ever vigilant. Techless.
My power is yours.
Oh man, they just keep coming.
Chosen a poet.
Trying to grind me into submission. Alright, yeah, no, we gotta stay away from Ongrim. He's in the center there somewhere. Stay away from their lords. We're not gonna be good at dealing with them.
Both one. Advance.
And we don't need to. We've got enough speed that we can just avoid them.
Making my way.
Are we going for magic? We've used up half now. It's useless, but whatever. They don't have winds of magic.
Ever on. Forward. I go. Moving out. Fear.
So that might do a little bit of damage. Not expecting a lot out of it.
Ancestors, hear me.
Yeah, just like I said, just ignore the grudge throwers. Let's go for the thunderers back here.
I know the way. Setting forth.
Outward mage.
Surely we're close to the back end of the battle now.
The foe. Advance. I go.
How many more reinforcements do they have?
Stop. Forward. Moving out.
Casting spells against this isn't going to do any damage.
Attack.
Guardian.
Mage.
Master of the White Tower.
Could do damage against that, but they're changing direction. Yeah, just stand still. Stand still.
Their end is nigh. I know the way.
Yeah, it did a bit of damage.
Making my way.
Men Louis. Orior Men Louis.
Okay, Teclis has completely healed all that he can. Oh, here we go. More guns. Take out the guns. The biggest threat to us in this battle were the cannons, the guns, and the slayers. Everything else is not a big threat at all. This battle's taking forever. Alright, at least we got that one off the battlefield pretty quickly. Alright. Alright, let's just get into a bit of a fight, see if we can pull them around us. But yeah, once again, the big problem is the guns. And even if we use like Burning Head on them, it just doesn't really do a great job against Thunderers. Oh, more Slayers coming in. Great. Yeah, it just doesn't do any damage. As long as we're not fighting too many units at once, everything should be fine. It's totally okay to cast near ourselves, because it won't do much damage to us. The Arcane Conduit ran out. Okay. Still no army losses. Surprised by that. Surely this would be over by now. Stay away from these ones. Get out, get out, get out. Time to go. Go over to the guns over here. Nice soft targets.
Making my way onwards.
Jeez. Nearly used up all of our Winds of Magic. We've done 3/4 of it so far. But dwarves are a pain in the ass for everybody except for Skaven. Skaven would laugh at something like this. Of course, you just ambush them all individually. Then watch as the rattling guns absolutely obliterate them. Take out those gyrocopters. They'll be really quick to kill and worth a bit of bounce of power. Oh, there's some people here that we don't want to fight. Let's try to get out of there. Oh my god, they don't stop coming.
For His Majesty.
He really couldn't have put me up against, like, more troops, I suppose. Like, a more annoying enemy to fight. Maybe Dark Elves. 4 armies of... like, late game Dark Elves would have been a pain. But then again, Dark Elves at the moment have a tendency of recruiting a lot of Dread Spears, which are shit. Alright, they got some more cannons over here. I'm just gonna have to fly over their heads. Get at those cannons. Can't let them shoot at us. But we'll leave them a few presents. Because it's Christmas! No, it's not. Come on, Techless, you can get out. Alright, more artillery over here that needs to be dealt with. Go, go, go. Don't want them shooting at us. Lots of artillery coming here. I think we've met our point with this battle. I just need to end it. Getting closer. Yeah, I really think he needs to be on his Phoenix. Horse is just not the mount for him.
Moving out. Setting forth. Seeking the foe.
Done yet? Okay, there's the army losses. Now we just got to get rid of the unbreakable units.
Master of the White Tower. Awaiting orders.
So yeah, they're going to shut up.
Necklace.
Alright, which is... Did I not see Ungram in here, or was he already taken out? Let's see. No, I don't think so, because there's Belagar. I know Grombrindle was here as well. I don't see him, though. There's Ungram. Right, because he must have defeated Snitch because he was stalking. And then Grombrindle is unbreakable. How did he manage that? Because that's not active. And of course they're giving us a hard time. But they are going down. Alright, there we go, done. Well, we didn't lose a single wizard. A little bit of damage on some of them, but like it's a very good army. It is very good. But the amount of painstaking amount of time that you would have to put into this, and of course, not that it would matter at this stage of the campaign, but if you get Incendiary or Limber, that means you're not getting Entrepreneur. So, you know, Entrepreneur just makes so much money, especially at the stage of the campaign. And well, like I said, the money is just, it's not an issue at this point, surely. But if they were all Entrepreneur, you could easily afford 4 other armies that could have easily beaten this. You know, 4 full armies of dragons if they were all Entrepreneurs.
Death has come for them. Free the captives.
So, there's a lot of things to take into consideration here, especially when using heroes. Are these heroes being utilized in the best way they possibly could? No. Could you make another army as High Elves that could have taken on 4 full stacks? Totally. You absolutely could have. Resilient Lawmasters, Nobles, there's a whole bunch of things that they can do. We've seen Ithamar Chariots absolutely destroy armies. So, well, it's costing a ton of money. It's also costing even more with these guys not being Entrepreneur. So I'm going to give it like a 10 out of 10 for just raw power. But in terms of like convenience of recruiting, it's just not a practical army. So it's going to get like a 4 out of 10 for that. And in terms of cost, this is an extremely costly army because not only, like I said, just rehashing the same point, not only is this incredibly expensive, how many supplies you got? Yeah, a lot. But these people could have been used to make money, so that's money that you're not using. Again, not that it's an issue when you've almost full map completed, but just in general, it's costing more than 46,000, really, in terms of raw potential. So, in that regard, it's getting like a 1 out of 10. Now, I'm going to rate the power higher than the other ones, so I'm just going to leave this one with 7 out of 10. Like, it's really, really powerful, but all the other downsides to the campaign effects mean that this isn't something that you should recruit if you want to do better in your campaigns. It's something that you should recruit if you just want to have fun. This is a fun army for sure. Well, you know, some people don't like to cheese like this, but that's entirely up to them. It's definitely fun if you like to use like 10 flamestorms all at once, but you can get a far more practical army way cheaper, and you could still do that even with Entrepreneur. Like if they were all Entrepreneur, I'd probably give it at like an 8 out of 10 instead. Maybe even a 9 out of 10, because they don't have to be sitting in their home territory or whatever, because the tax rate is global. It's a global bonus. So I just think that the Incendiary and Limbo is a bit of a waste, and it really didn't stay in prolonged combat, and they were a little bit squishy, especially against the Slayers. And I think we could have won it just as easily if they were Entrepreneur. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know what you think about this kind of army, how impractical or how practical you might think it actually is. I personally don't think it's practical at all, but it was fun to use, and we didn't walk out with any serious damage here, so that's something. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.